Good morning and welcome to Whiting Environmental Building Inspection. Today we want to talk to sellers and selling agents about how to prepare the home for the home inspection. One of the common things that a home inspector faces every day is lack of accessibility to major components and systems. And one of the easiest things a seller or a seller's agent can do is to provide that access, and that will streamline the home inspection process. The first thing to do is to ensure that as much of the stored items and clutter that's in the basement and throughout the home is removed so that there's access throughout the basement. It's important to be able to see the foundation and structural components of the property. And when they're obstructed, after you've moved out, but prior to closing, there's a pre-settlement walkthrough. And nobody wants surprises to pop up in the pre-settlement walkthrough when all of these stored items have been removed. Next, make sure the electrical panel is accessible. Take the clutter out away from it, stored items away from it. Make sure the cover can be accessed. If it's painted to the wall, make sure it's loosened. If it's covered by a painting or a mirror, make sure those are removed so the home inspector can access it. That will make sure that we don't have to return to inspect the electrical panel. Make sure there are light bulbs in every light fixture so we don't have to discuss those as a defective condition. If the lights are working, we can easily move on. Make sure the garage is accessible so we can operate the overhead door opener and do all the testing we need to in the garage. Remove stored items away from the heating system and away from the oil tank or the gas meter. Make sure all of those are accessible and that you've at least tried to turn them on. Make sure your oil tank has at least enough oil in it to operate the heating system and any other system that may work off it, like an oil-fired water heater. That will smooth out the transaction process as well. Finally, on the plumbing system, you want to make sure that you remove all the clutter away from in front of the water main so that that can be inspected. If all of those steps are taken in the water meter and the heating system and the electrical system and the major systems in the home can be inspected, it means it'll eliminate potential return visits by the home inspector, which delay the transaction process, and remove any surprises at the pre-settlement walkthrough at the day of closing. We hope you find this video helpful, and remember, Whiting Environmental Building Inspection, we want you to buy with confidence, inspect before you invest.